tested for health. Okay, so these are harmful chemicals that there's been no testing done on. Like, for whatever reason, we're allowed to use in the US, they're allowed to be in products that are on your store shelves, and they have not been tested for health. So that was one of the things for me in the beginning of my journey with Young Living that I learned about. I learned about all of the toxins that were lurking in the everyday household products. And for me, after discovering the power in essential oils and discovering what these toxins were potentially doing to my health, because that was another piece of my journey was, I was using all of the chemical things. I was slathering my body every day and, using cleaners in our home every day that had hundreds of potentially dangerous chemicals in them. Sadly, most of the natural solutions out there are not as powerful and as effective as the chemical ones. So that's a lot of times what people just are used to using what works for them, right? But if you were able to discover something that was natural and worked really well, my guess is you would want to use that instead of using something with chemicals. And if these products that were natural also could save you money potentially, we'll talk about Thieves Cleaner in a moment, that would probably be really attractive to you too. So that's what we discovered 14 years ago, and we are excited to share this with you. So let's start by talking about Young Living's global impact. I love this picture because it depicts Young Living's global impact. We are a therapeutic grade essential oil company with over 25 years under our belts. And we are literally all over the world. I've had the chance to visit some of our farms in Ecuador, a farm in Utah and in Idaho, a farm, let's see, where else have we been, Ange? Croatia, been to a partner farm in Spain and a partner farm in Australia. And so we've been able to see firsthand the practices that Young Living takes to make sure that what we are getting is a phenomenal product. I've talked to farmers, I've talked to the distillers, I've talked to the scientists, and they all have the same story to tell. I've learned about the hand weeding that they do, that they don't use any chemicals on any of their plants, okay? So everything is done pristine and with the consumer's well-being in mind. And so I feel very proud to be part of this company. So let's talk really quickly about the owners of the company. This is Gary and Mary Young. Gary here we always joke that that he was the Dos Equis man, right? The most interesting man in the world, because there was seemingly no end to what this man could do, what he could think up, what he could vision. He loved the people in his Young Living community and was a person who was of service to help anybody that he possibly could. He was an adventurer. He was a discoverer of new plants. 30 years he spent studying essential oils, wrote many books. He really was the person who really popularized, I would say, essential oils in the Western world, in the United States. He's really who brought essential oils to the United States. So we're very, very grateful to him for what he did. He sadly passed away a couple of years ago. And so his wife, Mary Young, is still running this company.
Today is actually the anniversary of his death.
Today is?
I just saw that on Ollie
I didn't even
Winter's
put that together. It was May.
Page.
Oh, wow. So 3 years, right?
3
years today.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so moving on. Like I mentioned, these are the 4 product lines that we're going to delve into a little bit tonight so that you have a grasp on which area you are most interested in pursuing. But we're going to start by talking about what essential oils are, and we're going to do a giveaway.
Yes, we are. How do you know? That's the giveaway sign. Like, but before you go on.
Go ahead, Ange, what do we got?
Okay, so my first question for you, we give away product credits on this call. And if you're not a member yet, no worries. Once you become a member, we'll still remember that you are owed a product credit. We have good records because we keep everything in a form. So I want to know, on a scale from 1 to 10, on a scale from 1 to 10, 1 being least experienced to 10 being most experienced with essential oils, how would you classify your knowledge of Young Living? 1 being least experienced or less knowledge, or 10 being most experienced or most knowledge on the scale from 1 to 10. Welcome, everyone.
Awesome. Okay, so how this will work, Ange will ask her question, you guys will write in the chat, and we're going to continue. And then when she goes to ask her next question, she'll announce the winner from the first giveaway. So let's talk about what essential oils are. So basically, essential oils are like the lifeblood of a plant. They're what keeps the plant from being attacked by viruses and bacteria, things like that. They're what keeps the plant healthy and well. And because we are very similar to plants in that we mingle well with plants, right? Think about the cell, like a lot of overlap in cell structure and things like that. Because of that, what the essential oil does for the plant, it can also do for us on a cellular level. Okay, so essential oils are super, super tiny. And when we put them on our bodies, they can go in and throughout our cells in a number of minutes. They can help clean receptor sites on cells. They can help balance things in our body. They can help, emotionally, physically, mentally, all of those things. Essential oils are so cool. So if you're not yet using them, you are in for a treat having discovered essential oils. I want to talk really quickly about the 3 different grades of essential oils. I'm going to read this part so I get this right. So there is food grade, okay? Food grade essential oils may contain synthetics, pesticides, fertilizer, or chemical extenders. Ew. Then there's perfume grade, which often contains toxic adulterating chemicals and solvents to gain a higher yield, okay? Also ew. And then there's floral water, which is the aromatic, basically the leftovers of a therapeutically distilled essential oil. So what you want, you don't want perfume grade, you don't want food grade essential oils, you want a therapeutic grade essential oil because of what sets that apart. All right, therapeutic grade essential oils are grown properly, free of pesticides. They're distilled properly at the right temperature and the right pressure for the right amount of time, and nothing is added to them. Okay, one of the things to be aware of, I was actually just explaining this to a friend today. She said, I've heard people talk about how Young Living is more expensive than the ones that you can get on the store shelves. And I said, absolutely. And then I said, have you heard of Velveeta cheese? And she said, yes. And I said, and have you heard of fine European cheeses? And she said, yes. I said, they are both cheese, correct? And she kind of turned up her nose. She got the point, right? Like, we can say that this is an essential oil and this is an essential oil, but that's where the similarity stops, okay? So we are talking about therapeutic grade essential oils, an essential oil company that has a long history, 27 plus years now at this point, of producing essential oils that are free of synthetics and that give you the results that you want to get and that you expect from them. All right, so let's talk really quickly about the 3 usage types for essential oils. Okay, so you can use these aromatically. So like I literally just did this before the call. I grabbed my bottle of essential oil that I have right here. I put a drop in my hands and I just rubbed it between my hands and just breathed it in. Okay, as I was prepping my mind and my emotions to come on and share with y'all, it was just an aromatic use of those essential oils. You can use them aromatically by putting them in a diffuser. So Young Living has several different diffusers that you can use. This is one, let me grab it for you. This is called the Desert Mist Diffuser. This comes with the starter collection of oils. And so diffusing is a great way to just get the oils into the air of your home. Some of you may know that plugins and candles contain synthetic chemicals in them. And so they're not really your best choice for making your home smell good. So the more we can get rid of the plugins and get rid of those scented candles, the better for your health. They've been linked to things like asthma and headaches. They have endocrine disruptors in them. So not a lot of positive with those products. So by taking a diffuser, adding a few drops of essential oil, adding a little bit of water, and then turning the button on, you're gonna get that same beautiful smell into your home without the synthetic things that are going to potentially harm you and your family. All right, so that's one way, aromatic, okay? The second way is topical application. So you can place a couple of drops of essential oil exactly where you need support. So for me, oftentimes, especially as we're moving and packing this week, it has been in my shoulders and neck. So I'll grab, or I'll do a couple of drops of an oil like Panaway or peppermint, and then I'll just rub it right onto location where I'm needing a little bit of tension relief, a little bit of support. Also, last week, I think I ate something that was bad and I had a couple of days of my stomach just not being right. So I was using, we're gonna get to it in a minute, but DIGIZE to help support my stomach as I was working on whatever was going on there. And it just helps to bring relief. So that's topical application. I always recommend that people, if you're brand new to essential oils and you don't know how your skin is going to react, to use a carrier like a olive oil or a coconut oil, jojoba oil, anything like that, like a fatty cooking oil. Just take a little dab of that and then your drops of oil, rub it together and then apply. Most of the essential oils in the starter collection that Young Living's put together are going to be totally fine without diluting with a carrier oil, but you never know how sensitive your skin may be. So you might want to start that way until you see how your skin reacts. All right, so that's topical application. And then internal. Okay, so Young Living has what's called the Vitality line of essential oils. These are oils that have been labeled on the bottle for internal use. So this could come in the form of you adding a drop to a glass of water, like I love adding lemon or citrus fresh to my water. It may mean that you're putting a few drops of oils in a capsule and taking that internally. I know for our family, we love doing that when things are blooming outside. There's several oils that we'll put into a capsule and take, and that just helps us to breathe freely. You could add some oils to your NINGXIA red or to juice or to yogurt, or you can use essential oils to help you in prepping meals. We've added it to salad dressings and marinades, and I've added lemon oil or orange oil to like a muffin or cupcake mix to give that essence of the rind. So lots of different ways to use essential oils. All right, so quick tips. So although most essential oils are safe for general use, some people with sensitive skin may have sensitivity at first. So that's why you want to use a carrier oil. A couple other quick tips. Citrus oils can be photosensitive. So if you put something like lemon or orange on exposed skin and then go out into the sun for a long time, you could end up with a burn. So be careful with citrus oils. That's never actually happened to me, but we want to give that caveat that can happen. So just don't put the citrus oils on exposed skin if you know you're going to be outside for a while. Now, if you're just going in, you're out for 5 minutes or 10 minutes, or you're going in between places, totally fine. It's like if you're going to go out and sunbathe, or you're going to be doing yard work for an hour or something like that you want to be careful. And then the other quick tip for you is with little ones. So if you have babies or small children, just dilute the essential oils before applying to their skin, once again, while figuring out their sensitivities, and avoid using oils like peppermint or Panaway up close by their respiratory system. Peppermint can be a very overwhelming oil because it's so strong and so potent. So that would be one on children to, perhaps use on their feet diluted or on their back diluted, just keeping it away from right up in their faces. All right. So Seed to Seal, if you have never been to Young Living's seedtoseal.com website, I would encourage you to go there, especially just so that you feel extra good about the oils that you are purchasing, because you're gonna, like I said earlier, you're gonna hear people say, oh, I can get essential oils from Walmart or from the gas station or from whatever, and you wanna know why did you choose Young Living? And this seedtoseal.com website is going to answer that question for you. I'll tell you that from the time the seed is planted in the ground to the time the oil is bottled and sent to you, every step of that process has been taken with integrity and with you as a consumer in mind. So know that, you can rest in that fact that Young Living, there really is not a company that goes to the extent that Young Living does to produce a really, really quality essential oil. All right, moving on. So, quick disclaimer, I am not a doctor. I am not anybody in a medical profession. And so you don't need to take my word for anything. I'm just a consumer who has fallen in love with these products, and I am sharing them with you. I'm sharing my experiences with you, but I'm not here to diagnose, treat, cure, prescribe for any conditions or anything like that. So let's get on to the oils. I'm gonna just give you 3 essential oils to take a look at. Know that in Young Living Starter Collection that they've curated, there's 12 essential oils, and there's a diffuser. The diffuser that I just showed to you comes with that, as well as some other goodies that you're actually gonna get to take a look at. Ange has it, and we'll show that at the end of the class, some other goodies that come along with that collection. But anyway, let's talk about lavender. Okay, most people are very familiar with lavender. If you've heard of essential oils, you've heard of lavender. Lavender has been dubbed the Swiss Army knife of essential oils because it's such a versatile oil. It does so many things. I personally love this one for stress. If I'm feeling just kind of overwhelmed with life, or too many things going on, a deep breath of lavender really helps me to calm down. I also love this one if I've been out in the sun too long, or if I pick up something hot off the stove, I'll put a couple of drops of lavender on the area where my skin is red, and that helps to soothe things really nicely. And the last way that I'll share how I use lavender, now I have to talk about the Vitality lavender for this, but I'll give you a little side note on that in a second. So Vitality lavender is phenomenal in lemonade. So you can make a batch of lemonade and just add to like a huge, gallon jug of lemonade, just add a drop of lavender. And it's amazing how it just gives that lavender essence throughout the whole thing. I feel like it takes your lavender up a notch and makes it something really special. So I want to say this about the Vitality versus just regular lavender. Okay, and this goes for all of the oils that have a Vitality counterpart. And I don't have any Vitality oils. If you have any around you, would you just show the difference in the labels? I'm sorry, guys, I'm packing right now. We're moving this weekend, and so our oils are all pretty much packed up. I have 2 sitting here, but none are Vitality. Okay, so you see this white label that Andrew's holding up. That is a Vitality label. And so, oh, my husband got me one too. Okay, we have a Vitality label. So if there's a Vitality label, there is also a non-Vitality counterpart. But I'm telling you this, it's the exact same oil in the bottles, okay? To appease the FDA, we had to have one bottle that says for topical aromatic use and another bottle that said for internal use. They didn't want those 3 things on the same bottle. And so they made different SKUs and different colored labels. So know that you can decide as a consumer if you want to ingest something that doesn't have that Vitality label, that's up to you. But it is the same oil inside. So if there's a Vitality counterpart for an oil, the other one, the colored label, is the exact same oil. All right, so that's lavender. Let's move on to the next one, DIGIZE. So I mentioned DIGIZE earlier because I started feeling really cruddy after we went out to eat last week. And I actually texted the family, texted Ange and everybody else. I was like, are you guys feeling okay? And so I don't know if it was the food, but about an hour later, I just started having really weird digestive stuff going on. I got really hot and sweaty and just was not feeling right. And so I grabbed my DIGIZE Vitality. I rubbed a few drops on my stomach. I did a few drops sublingually under my tongue. And anytime I started feeling yucky again, I would go to that and I would use that. And guys, I could tell you story after story of how we have used DIGIZE oil over the years to help with any sort of digestive upset. In fact, I started using essential oils about a year before my first was born. And so both of my kids, I have a 12-year-old and a 9-year-old, they are both oily babies, oily kids. Basically, oils are the only thing that they've used, oils and supplements, for their health for the last 12 years. And so my son, when he was 2, he was a precocious child, an early talker, and he was in his car seat, in the back seat. We were driving home from somewhere, and he started crying. And I said, "What's wrong, babe?" And he said, "I need DIGIZE." So we got home and got him out of his car seat, put a few drops of DIGIZE on his belly, diluted with a carrier oil, okay? Just kind of held his stomach for a few moments. And I could feel like the tightness and everything in his belly just kind of release. And within about 10 to 15 minutes, he went to the bathroom and he felt much better. So we love DIGIZE for all things digestion related. It's a fantastic blend. All right, we're going to talk about one more that comes in that collection of 12. This is frankincense oil. Guys, I always joke that if it was good enough for the baby Jesus, it's good enough for me. This is one of the oils that was brought to the Christ child. And I think that the wise men were pretty dang wise, because once you learn what frankincense can do, it's a no-brainer. Like, it's a no-brainer that this would have actually been given to Mary, the mother of Jesus, because it's a great one to have during childbirth, during labor, childbirth, and beyond. It's a very gentle essential oil. I personally love using it for focus and meditation. I love during like my quiet time in the morning to either diffuse frankincense or just put a drop under my nose so that I'm breathing it in while I'm reading. I also love this one for skincare. I can't tell you how many women have started using frankincense and then start getting compliments on their skin, because it really creates this glowiness to the skin. It helps with fine lines and wrinkles, helps with the brown spots, like age spots. Helps with acne. It's just a really great essential oil for all over skincare. And so with that, you can just take a drop or two and literally add it either to your moisture cream, as long as it's a natural based moisture cream that doesn't have any chemical, like dangerous chemicals, toxins in it. And then just rub that all over your face. I sometimes will just take a drop or two of it, and without even adding it to a lotion or anything, I'll just rub that on my face, just the essential oil by itself. So really nice. There's so many other things this oil can do, guys. I'd encourage you to look up uses for frankincense oil. It is a fantastic oil. All right, so let's move on. Like I said, one of the ways to get started with Young Living is with their essential oil starter kit. All right, that comes with 12 oils, 3 of which we just talked about, as well as 9 others and the diffuser. But we're going to move on to another way of getting started with Young Living, and that's through NINGXIA Red. So this was the second, after I started using a few of Young Living's oils, this was the second product. Oh, giveaway. Just kidding. Let's pause for a giveaway. Go ahead, Anne.
Yay! That's a great, we're figuring out where the good transitions are for the giveaway. Yeah. So Andrea, thanks for all the tips on oils. I know we only went over 3 out of the 12 in the collection. So I would just ask, because we have a lot of regulars on here tonight, I want to know, what are your other favorites? Like, what are your can't live withouts? We asked that a couple of weeks ago in our exclusive product users group. I just want to hear, what are your, I can't leave home without it oil blends or singles. Just go ahead and throw those in the chat for a chance to win. And our first winner is Alicia. Congratulations to Alicia Hopkins for being our first winner. In a minute, I'll throw a link in the chat that you can fill out to claim your product credit. And like we said, if you're not a member, just say not a member yet. And then once you get your membership, we'll make sure we get that put on your account. Yay.
Okay, so NINGXIA Red. So let me tell you my story real quickly with this, and then we'll talk a little bit more about like what it actually is. So I heard a lot when we started using oils about this NINGXIA Red product, and people loved this NINGXIA Red product, and it was supposed to give you better energy and all of these other things. And so decided to order a couple bottles of it and just to try it for a month, right? And so this was when I was a school teacher. I was teaching, I was teaching 8th grade at the time. And so started drinking I think I was just drinking an ounce of it every morning, an ounce before school. And so after a couple of weeks, I came home to my husband, Andy, and I said, I don't know if I'm noticing anything with the NINGXIA Red. And he said, are you kidding? You're not coming home and saying you're tired and you need a nap anymore. I was like, oh, because I don't. And so for me, my experience with it, it wasn't like this jolt of energy, like a coffee or like a Red Bull or something like that. But what it did is it just filled in those nutritional gaps that helped to sustain energy through that, what normally was an afternoon lull, right? So I just felt good throughout the afternoon. The other thing that I discovered with this was that it really packed a punch with my Thieves Essential Oil for immune system. So I feel like the NINGXIA Red and the Thieves was an incredible weapon against getting sick. Like, it supported my immune system so well that I taught for another 7 years after I started using Yangling products. And I only had to take a sick day twice in those 7 years. So that to me was like, whoa, that's amazing. Because before Young Living, I was taking a sick day every month or two because I was so down and out. So I know a lot of other people have had a similar experience with both these and the NINGXIA products. So here's just a little bit of background about NINGXIA. So one of the things I was telling you about Gary Young earlier, one of the things that was cool about him is that he toured the world talking to the centenarians. I think that's how you say it, the people who live to be 100 years or older. And so he went to this NINGXIA province in China, which is up like by Mongolia, by the Himalaya mountains. And so one of the things that was special about them was that they had 400 times the amount of centenarians than the normal population, okay? So just in this region. And when he talked to them, he discovered that NINGXIA wolfberry was their secret weapon for staying well and having this long life of health. And so he had a good relationship with them, was able to bring NINGXIA wolfberries to the US from that region. And why from there? Because there are goji berries or wolfberries from other regions. What makes it so special there? It was where they were placed right underneath the Himalayan mountains, where the water would come down into the land where the NINGXIA wolfberries were growing, and it was very, very mineral rich from that water that would flow down. And so the mineral content was high. The protein content is really high in NINGXIA wolfberry for a fruit, like way higher than normal fruits. And the antioxidant capacity, if you've heard of antioxidants, the antioxidant capacity is huge, huge, huge in this product. You know, I've seen comparisons to some of the other high fruits, like blueberries are considered a high antioxidant fruit. This is like off the charts higher than blueberries. So it's just one of those good supplements. I think, you know, it kind of, I would say in a way, NINGXIA covers a multitude of sins when it comes to healthy eating, because most of us, our diets are not 100% perfect. But if you can take a supplement that is going to support every organ and organ system in the body and is going to provide high antioxidant support to your body, that's huge. All right. And if it can help give some energy too, and help your immune system, not going to lie, that's something that I'm going to continue to want in my life. So here's a few things that I have written down about NINGXIA Red. It supports whole body wellness. It supports normal cellular function. It supports normal energy levels and eye health. My mother-in-law actually had to go down on her eye prescription a little bit when she first started using NINGXIA in that first year, because her eyes actually improved with the NINGXIA. It's rich in antioxidants and D-limonene. So what I love about this product is you can get it either in a bottle or in these little sachets that you can carry with you. So these are perfect for like a kid's lunchbox. We love in the summer freezing these and then cutting the tops off of them and turning them into popsicles for our kids. Such a healthier option than a sugar-laden popsicle, and they taste really good. And then we also love traveling with these. We love to travel, and so this is one way that we bring our NINGXIA with us, is with these little sachets. All right, so we're going to talk about a couple of other NINGXIA products. So that was NINGXIA Red, but there's also something called NINGXIA Nitro. And so if you see, it says cognitive fitness. And so this is a great supplement to take for both mental focus and acuity, but also for physical performance. So this is a supplement I take every day before I work out. If I'm going to the gym, I'm taking a Nitro before I do that, because it does make a huge difference for me in terms of the kind of output that I'm able to give at the gym. There's been a handful of times where I've forgotten to take my Nitro, and I can see a distinct difference in my energy when I'm working out. The other time that I like to take NINGXIA Nitro is if I am having to maybe give a talk in the evening or do some sort of thing where I'm having to focus in the evening when I may be more ready to like hop into pajamas and watch a Netflix show, right? So NINGXIA Nitro is great after a long day if you're needing to have sustained focus and acuity in presenting information or something along those lines. So it's kind of a 2-for-1 in terms of that. A couple of the things that are in the Nitro that I want to highlight. Let's see. So it has green tea extract in it. Korean ginseng, and D-ribose. All of those are going to help with energy. It also has some Young Living vitality oils like spearmint, nutmeg, black pepper, and peppermint essential oil, which also are good for physical and mental stimulation. All right, so then the third product in the NINGXIA lineup that I want to share about is NINGXIA ZYNG. So NINGXIA ZYNG is really your way of replacing soda, in my opinion. Okay, so it does have some caffeine in it, but it has a low sugar content in it, has a little bit of carbonation, so it kind of has that nice zing to it, and it tastes delicious. It's refreshing. So this is a great like afternoon pick me up, something if you're just wanting like a cold beverage, but you don't want all of the sugar and all of the other junk that is in soda. Go to NINGXIA ZYNG. I love combining NINGXIA ZYNG, a couple ounces of NINGXIA Red, and a nitro for like if I'm really wanting a lot of energy and I have a lot of work to do, that would be an afternoon snack for me. That's not an everyday thing. That's a once in a while thing where I'll combine the three of them, but it tastes delicious. It's awesome. And it's not bad for you like that other stuff. So that's NINGXIA ZYNG. All right, so we are going to move on from the NINGXIA products now. So know that you can get started with a NINGXIA Red package, and you can add on NINGXIA ZYNG as well as the NINGXIA Nitro if that's something that is appealing to you. We're also going to give you another way if you're like, oh, I really just want the ZYNG and the Nitro. We're going to give you another way at the end of this class that you can make that happen. All right,
Hey,
so
real quickly,
yes,
we're going to announce winner number 2, who is
Great.
Carrie's iPhone. We're not sure which Carrie you are, so hello and welcome to our call, Carrie's iPhone. I'm going to put a link in the comments for you to fill out. But thanks for replying about your favorite oil blends. It was awesome to see so many different choices that you guys put out there. Some for emotional support, some for rest, some that just smell great. It was really, really cool. So thank you, Carrie's iPhone. You're our second winner. I have a question about, Andrea just talked about some of the benefits of NINGXIA Red, and I'm sure that some of you are in our NINGXIA Red challenge. The 30-day challenge. What would you say to someone who is thinking about using or drinking NINGXIA? Like what, you've heard Andrea's testimonials. What would be something that you would tell someone about why they should drink NINGXIA Red, or what's so valuable about it and why it makes sense for them to invest in that?
Awesome. Okay, well, you guys are writing that in the chat. We will move on to Thieves products. You know, it's funny. I recently posted, if you're not part of our community yet, we have what's called the LWN Lifestyle Group. We're actually streaming into there right now. So hi, LWN Lifestyle Group. And I recently posted in there like my top 20 products that I could not live without from Young Living. And it was a really hard assignment coming up with only 20 products. And then I asked other people to share what their top 20 were. And it was really interesting because as I started going through it, it's like there were products that I had forgotten about that I was like, oh, no, I could not live without that product. And so it just kept increasing. But a lot of those products were from the Thieves line. So let me tell you the story really quickly about Thieves. Like I said, this was the product that turned me into a Young Living believer, was the Thieves essential oil. So Thieves oil is made up of cinnamon, clove, rosemary, lemon, and what am I forgetting? Clove, cinnamon, rosemary, lemon. Come on, somebody. What am I forgetting? I'm forgetting one oil.
Cinnamon bark.
Why am I
Wait, cinnamon bark, clove, lemon, rosemary, eucalyptus.
Eucalyptus. Yeah. Okay. Eucalyptus. So anyway, the story with this is that during the bubonic plagues in Europe, there were these thieves that were stealing stuff off of the dead bodies, and they weren't getting sick. And so when they were caught in exchange for a lesser sentence, they were asked to give up their secret for staying well. They were spice traders, and they were covering themselves in a similar blend like the thieves. And so those spices, okay, were keeping them well. And so Gary Young found this recipe in like the archives in London, and he recreated this recipe in essential oil form. And so that's how we got the thieves oil. It's always funny to me when I see these like knockoff brands that are called like the Three Thieves or the Thieves this or Thieves that, because really Young Living is the one that created this, and then all of these other companies came in and started to do off-brand hits on it. So Thieves is such a popular blend with Young Living that they created both a household cleaning line as well as an oral care line using the Thieves essential oil because it's such a powerful blend. So one of the starter collections that you can get if you're really more focused on getting the toxins out of your home is the Thieves kit. And so I want to talk really quickly specifically about the Thieves household cleaner. So the Thieves cleaner is amazing. This was one of the products that I could not live without. Have been using it. I don't even know. And was it around the first year that we started using oils? I feel like it like somehow like came out after we were already in Young Living, but not long after. I don't know. I think within that first year, we started using Thieves essential or Thieves cleaner. And then I literally went through my house and just started throwing out all of the cleaners, anything that I had for like windows and mirrors and furniture and bathtubs and, countertops, all of it, because this Thieves cleaner, not only had I learned so much about the toxins in our world, but this Thieves cleaner was working for everything. So what's beautiful about this is that it's highly concentrated. And so you can pour, a few capfuls into a big spray container and then fill it up with water. And then that's your household cleaner. You can do less of it, just do like one capful of it, fill it up with water, and then that's for your mirrors and windows. Or you can do a little bit more, and that's like your heavy degreaser, all right? So you can make up all of these different concentrations of this Thieves household cleaner, and it's a one-stop shop for cleaning your home, which is
Plus,
beautiful.
you can take a drink of it and not die, which Andrea, that's what I was trying to remember when it came out, because you totally drank it at one of our first classes. And then my daughter wanted to drink it.
I wanted to show that it was non-toxic, that I believed in this product enough that I would drink the solution. I will tell you this, I don't recommend drinking it. It did not taste good at all, but I had no side effects. I mean, I don't know, Ange, tell me, have I changed? Is there anything?
No long-term side effects, no long-term side effects.
Yeah, so it's an amazing product that you're gonna want, because here's the cool thing about the Thieves household cleaner, it actually ends up being cheaper than if you were to go and buy the chemical laden stuff from the stores. Because it's concentrated, because you're making up your own bottles of it, it lasts a long time. We will get 3 to 4 months of use out of one of these household cleaners, and it's in the $20 range. So that's like, it's like $5 or $6 a month that we're spending to clean our whole house with a natural solution. So we love it. All right. So this is the collection that you can get from Young Living. It has dish soap. It has there's dishwash powder that you can get. There's fruit and veggie soap. There's laundry soap, toothpaste. There's a wide variety of toothpastes. There's dental floss, mouthwash, foaming hand soap, cleansing soap, waterless hand sanitizer. You can get all of these things from Young Living, and Young Living has curated a kit with a lot of these products in it to get you started. So you may want to check out that collection. All right, let's move on to CBD. So this is a recently new addition from Young Living. One of the last wishes that Gary Young had before he passed on from this life was that we would have a high quality CBD. He had really been studying CBD for a number of years, really had fallen in love with the impact of CBD oil on the body, and so wanted this to happen. So grateful that this has come about. Basically, we have acquired Nature's Ultra. So it's Nature Ultra CBD oil, but through Young Living. And so let me give you just a little bit about CBD for you to know. All right, so CBD is short for cannabis oil and is one of the many natural compounds found in the hemp plant. Hemp and cannabis plants contain over 100 natural compounds that work together to provide benefits to the plant. In the early 90s, researchers identified that the endocannabinoid system, okay, or ECS, within our human body had receptors that would fit with the CBD. So when we would use CBD, it would fit in those receptors in our body. Okay, so it can have an impact on our nervous system, brain, organs, immune system, muscular system, gastrointestinal, and cardiovascular system. So just like any other product Young Living creates, our CBD shares the seed to seal promise. Nature's Ultra is a wholly owned subsidiary of Young Living. The entire Nature's Ultra product line is organically and naturally cultivated from one of the first hemp farms in the United States to hold the USDA Organic Handler certification. It's a high quality CBD isolate infused with Young Living's pure therapeutic grade essential oils. The essential oils work synergistically with the CBD to absorb better and more deeply than other CBD products on the market. Okay, so let's talk about application of, CBD. Let me go back. All right. While you can take CBD in some of the same ways as essential oils, topically and sublingually, okay, we're not going to diffuse CBD oil, but you can put it on topically, or it's still considered topical use if you do it on your tongue, under your tongue, all right? The bottle is going to say for topical use, so you can do a little bit more of your own research on that. But the oral sublingual way is a great way to absorb CBD into your system, so just know that. All right, so let's move on to look at the CBD oil. So they have a cool mint, a citrus, and a cinnamon. I am partial to the cool mint and the citrus. Those are the two that I always tend to get. You can get them in 500 milligram strength or 1000 milligram strength. If you're brand new to CBD, I would say start with a 500 milligram strength and move up to see how much your body will require. For me, I am someone who occasionally will experience anxious feelings. And so I love the CBD oil for this. It's a great one to use in the mornings when I wake up. If I'm just feeling a little bit of a anxiousness or a stress response, and it really helps to bring that down and to help me to feel just really level. It's also, I have found in my own journey with working on a healthy thyroid, that CBD oil has been really supportive in that process as well. So that's a couple ways that I use the CBD oil. There's also the CBD joint and muscle rub and the Calm roll-on. So I'll tell you first of all that the Calm roll-on smells absolutely delicious. It's infused with eucalyptus and frankincense, lavender, orange, vetiver, and ylang-ylang. It smells so good, and it's a wonderful addition to a nighttime routine to help you just get into that calm space to be able to go to sleep and stay asleep. And then the CBD muscle rub from Nature's Ultra is incredible. It has that hot, cold sensation to it, and it's boosted with the essential oils of camphor, clove, helichrysum, lemon, peppermint, tea tree, wintergreen, and more. So it's the combination of the CBD and the essential oils that really, really makes the difference in these products. So this is fantastic on sore muscles, tight muscles, lower back, upper back. A friend of my mom's, she's been a friend of hers for years, and she has really been struggling with some pretty severe back issues over the years. She's had multiple surgeries, things like that. And I was able to give her some CBD to try last week, and she said that it's the only thing that has made a difference topically. And so she was really, really excited about it and very thankful to have this product. So you can get a combination of CBD products through Young Living as an entry point into the Young Living world. So super excited about that newer addition. It's been about 2 years that we've had this product. All right, so let's talk really quickly about how you can get started. So really, what I love is that you get to decide what's best for you, what's best for your family. I will tell you that the majority of people end up getting started with the essential oils and the diffuser because they want the oils right away. They want to be able to diffuse in their home. They want that 24% off, and so they get this starter collection to start. But you could also start with the NINGXIA Red Starter Kit. You could start with the CBD starter kit, or you could start with the Thieves starter kit. Those are all entry points. And I'm going to turn it over, and to you for a moment to give a couple of other ways that you might want to get started.
Sure. So real quickly, because I know we've only got a few minutes left before we switch gears to our next offering tonight. But this month, Young Living has made this collection, this YL Farm collection, Seed to Seal collection. I've seen it called many things online. But this collection of lavender, peppermint, and tea tree, they're each 10 ml bottles. So they have a little bit more than the 5 ml and a little less than the 15 ml in them. But this is the collection that's available to somebody who's never gotten started before. Actually, it's available to anyone. But if you've never gotten started before and you're looking for our top 3 products from our farms, like our most popular single products, lavender, peppermint, and tea tree, it's only $49.95 this month, and that also gets you your membership, which also qualifies you for wholesale pricing, 24% off retail cost. So instead of buying the large kit with 12 essential oils and a diffuser, you could simply get started with this one. And then of course you could add on other products at that 24% off cost as well. These are in short supply. So definitely if you have not gotten one of these collections before, grab it. I also earlier put in the chat about the Discover YL event that's coming up on May something. I think it's the 22nd, if I have May 22nd, all about Seed to Seal and some of our farm practices. So in honor of that collection. And then the other one that's discounted this month, this is the basic starter kit. It actually comes with this sleeve on it, and I took it off already. But this comes with just a couple of oils. An oil called Stress Away, one of our favorite blends, in this collection, as well as the hand sanitizer, the Thieves mints. So if you like that cinnamony Altoid flavor, our Thieves mints are here, 2 sample pouches of the NINGXIA Red, and then an aroma fitment as well. Guys, this is discounted to $25 this month, which is incredible because you can pair it with anything else that you want to purchase from our catalog, and this will qualify you to unlock that 24% off savings. So again, a really great value if you are looking to get started in building your healthier lifestyle. These are some really inexpensive ways to get the best price, and then you're locked in for a year with that price. That you can go back into Young Living and shop for whatever you'd like, just from getting one of these 2 kits to get started with this month. So super cool. And
then we have a program called Essential Rewards, and it's soon to be called Subscribe to Save, but it's basically the same program. And so through that, it's an order. If you order monthly, you can create a customized order every month. As long as it's 50 PV currently on Essential Rewards, you can be part of that program. And so you're not locked in. So if you want to hop off of it, you can. There's nothing keeping you on. But what it does is it allows you, well, a couple things. I think it allows you to prioritize your family's health. You know, we have like monthly budgets for like our car and, you know, clothing and things like that, that in reality aren't as important as our health. So I feel like it's really important to prioritize health, getting rid of the toxins, using things that are going to help our emotional wellness, using supplements that are going to help our body. So all of that. So through Essential Rewards, not only are you getting the 24% off that you're getting when you get started, but you're also going to get an extra 10% that goes into an account to use on free product for the first 3 months. And then after 3 months, it's going to go up to 20%. And if you stay on Essential Rewards, ordering different things every month for 2 years, it's 25%. So literally every time I order my monthly order, 25% of what I'm spending goes into like a little bank account. And then I get to redeem those points for free dollar for dollar match on almost all products. Okay. So it's a really good program to be part of. I will tell you this, when you create your account, okay. So talk to the person who invited you. When you create your account, start on Essential Rewards. Okay. At least for this month, start on Essential Rewards, because that's going to put money into that bank account for you right now based off of the purchase that you make now. And then have a conversation with your sponsor next month and see if it's something that you want to continue. If you don't, then you can get off of it. But if you're on Essential Rewards for at least 2 months, you're gonna be able to redeem those points to get some free products. So we don't want you to miss out on that. On top of, you know, all of that goodness, want to let you know that we have an exclusive Facebook group called the LW and Lifestyle Group. Once you create your account, you get added to that group where we do education and giveaways, and you can ask questions and things like that. So really helpful to have a community on this wellness journey. I find that it's a super supportive group and super helpful, and we've really enjoyed it over the years. And the person who enrolls you is going to be there to help you. They're probably going to have some, you know, literature or maybe a book or maybe an app or something to provide you with that's going to help you on your journey so that you have the support in learning about the oils and all the things. And I just know that you're going to love this journey. Like, I can just tell you with confidence that if you embrace Young Living, essential oils, and some of the other products, you are going to be better for it. You're going to find better wellness in terms of emotional support and physical support and mental support. And we're just really grateful that you've come and that you've spent the hour with us to learn about these products. And we wish you well on your journey.
Yay. Andrea, we're going to give away, we're going to announce winner number 3, and then we're also going to do one last giveaway. Y'all have been amazing. We would love your feedback. I know this is not normal kind of giveaway question, but I think we've got some regulars on here. We would love your feedback of this new fresh presentation that we're going to start offering on the 3rd Wednesday of the month, so that your new members or your potential members can check it out and get kind of a great variety of products that are available from Young Living, and just get introduced to kind of the whole system all at one time. So we would love, for question number 4, I'd love your feedback in the chat. We will hold on to that as leadership, and take note of some things that we want to keep the same and do differently. And if you're brand new, tell us one thing you learned. So there's 2 different options for you. Our winner number 3 is Claudia Banning. Thank you so much for commenting about NINGXIA. Y'all might have seen my chat back to you that you had amazing testimonials. I would love to see you post those up in our lifestyle group, and encourage other people who are just starting out on their NINGXIA Red 30-day challenge, or just may need some support to keep going on a new habit like that. We think it is one of the most amazing products that Young Living offers, and is one of the most undervalued because of just so many other products being awesome as well. Andrea, do you want to tell us what's coming up next month, as a matter of fact?
Were you talking about Oil Underground Convention? What are we talking about?
All the things.
Okay.
Integumentary system, and the Beauty Boost Challenge, and yep.
And let me tell you this really quickly as we're waiting to make that last announcement. We are going to be transitioning in 2 minutes into a intro to the Young Living business class. It's going to be a short 25 minutes class. So as soon as we make that announcement of the winner, I'd encourage you to grab a glass of water or something like that and hop back on. We're going to breeze through this. You're going to learn why I feel it makes total sense on the side of whatever you're already doing, whether you're working a full-time job, whether you are a stay-at-home mom working really hard at home, or whatever it may be, to begin to build another stream of income through this company. So we're going to talk about that. But let me tell you, so in the month of June, there's several things coming up. Yes, we have the skin class. This is, I need to learn how to say it before I teach this class. Integumentary. It just sounds really weird coming out, but it's that system that we're going to be talking about. All of the oils, all of the supplements and personal care products that are going to help support that system. So excited about that. That's coming on Wednesday, June 2nd. And then we will have this 101 class again, like an introduction to Young Living, that Ange will be teaching on the 9th of June. The 16th, we will not be having a class because it's convention. So if you do not have a convention ticket, you can go to youngliving.com and look under events, and you'll be able to figure out how to purchase a convention ticket there. It's only something like $50 some. And what's cool, you're going to get all of the education that week of convention, but also my guess is that you will have access to the new product launches before everybody else if you have a convention ticket, which is always fun. On the 23rd, Wednesday the 23rd, there will be a Now What class. So like you've gotten started with Young Living. What are your next steps? What are the next products that you have to try? And then on June 30th, we have a specialty class. I don't even know what that class is going to be, but it's something. So we'll see. We always do one specialty class each month that's on like a very specific topic.
It's
So-
going to be the convention wrap up.
Oh, we're doing convention wrap up. That makes sense because that'll be 2 weeks after convention. Fantastic. And then also we have the Oil Underground. This is your time to come and share any really cool testimonials that you have using the oils or supplements. You're going to get to hear from lots of other people, lots of other voices with their testimonials. That will be on Thursday, June 3rd at 6 p.m. Arizona time. All these others are at 5 p.m. Arizona time. That one will be at 6 p.m. Arizona time. All right, let's go ahead and transition. Thank you, Ange.
Our last winner was Tyree. Congratulations. We're really glad that you're starting your business too. Welcome, Tyree Jefferson.